What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of First and Goal Sports with your homeboy Tyrone Brown. And man, listen, it was been. Look how I'm speaking. I get on here and I'm like, it was been. What does that even mean? It was been. It has been a crazy week. Um, the Eagles try to give everybody super anxiety. Like I called my doctor. I'm like, look, I need like a year's worth because I'm gonna probably take that year's worth watching these Eagles for the rest of the year. And not to mention the Phillies doing their thing. Uh, top shelf in here. I didn't even get to the introduction. Top shelf already in here. But the thing that I'm seeing is, and just let me just finish my introduction. It's just the stress level of what I'm watching. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to talk about some games. We're going to talk about some of the games last week, and we're going to talk about this week's games as well. The thing that I'm trying to figure out is real simple. It's real simple. On defense, what exactly are we trying to do? Now, hear me when I say this. Washington is kind of like our kryptonite. Top shelf coming. What's going on, buddy? How you been? Good to see you on the show. Yes, Brian Johnson is terrible right now. I can't argue that. You will not get an argument from me about Brian Johnson today. What I'm going to do is try to make some sense out of what's he doing. And I'm also going to try to make some sense out of the Eagles signing Bradley Roby. And I'm going to try to piece this together so we can try to get an understanding exactly what are we doing here as an organization when it comes to trying to get these games and close out, right? All right. So obviously we're going to talk about, hey, what's going on, Reds? Reds Kim, let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's get it. All right, so this is what I saw. I saw a secondary that looks like it's not communicating in the close games, in the rough moments. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the pass rush that's getting there. I'm even seeing the linebackers. Morrow, by the way. No, Marrero. That's what they call Marrero. The bull from Chicago who got cut and then had to bring back. Kind of makes me wonder what are we looking for in linebackers because all he did was make these kind of plays in Chicago. So I'm glad Nakobe. I'm not gonna say I'm glad he got hurt because that's crazy, an Eagle. I'm just saying I'm glad Marrero got another opportunity to come back and show what he can do. So that way, when you bring Nakobe back, you got more depth. You need depth at linebacker. It's important, especially moving forward, man. It's a long season. So I'm glad they was able to pick this guy up and he was able to come back and he's showing what he can do. Cunningham, a guy off the street they signed. Another physical linebacker doing their thing. The secondary is making me nervous. Top Shelf said we struggle. We just need to establish our identity. I agree. And here's why I agree with that. We're blitzing, then we're not blitzing, and then we're zone coveraging, and we're doing all these at the wrong times. On a 3rd and 17, why are you only rushing 4? Why? Now I'm gonna take it back a little bit because I'm an old school guy. But if you looked at Jim Johnson on a 3rd and 17, what he would have done, he would have brought the house because that way the quarterback wouldn't have had enough time to complete a long pass like that. You want to eliminate that. You want him to throw a little 5-yard out and you get to him. And if they happen to go for it again, at least it's 4th and 10, not 4th and 2. They picked up 15 yards on the 3rd and 17. That can't happen at all, especially in a closing out moment. Reds come in and say you have to practice certain situations. Like Allen Iverson said, practice. We're talking about practice. I agree with you, Reds, but here's where I think that the practice is not the problem. I think it's the coaching. It's the coaching. And what I mean is on 3rd and 17, you send everybody. You had a pretty good game to that point. Yes, my man was back there picking you apart. They was doing a lot of different things. And this is why they went out and signed a veteran cornerback they had to sign now because you need veterans to communicate, to understand switches and people sitting in zones and stuff. You got a lot of young guys out there. Shout out to my Phillies, though, for sweeping the Marlins. We're going to talk about them a little bit, too. But you got to be able to send the house there. It's the end of the game. It's the end of the game. Just run the blitz. Just run a blitz, man. Run it. Run 3rd and 17, you bring the house. It's crazy. Yeah, Reds comes in and says, you're right, the Eagles rush, that's the 2-step drop. Exactly. Rush, if you bring 6 and play press coverage, that ball's coming out quick tackle, boom. He probably won't pick up 2-3 yards. And they got to go for it anyway on 4th and probably 12. But still, you bring back the house again. You bring back. You can't because he was picking up. You're right. A top shelf, you're right. I agree with you. At the same time, you got to be aggressive. It's important to be aggressive. If you're not going to do it, then don't do it at all. You can't sit back and some prevent. First of all, the prevent is the worst defense in the history of defenses. I hate it. I've always hated it. If you're going to do that, you got to send people to get the ball out of their hand. Just like on the last play when the Bulls scored the touchdown. You blitzed them the 1st down. The 3rd down. And you see how quick the ball came out, where he threw it, but he had to hurry up and throw, and the guy had to make a play, but it was incomplete, and it was 1 second left. Why not bring the blitz back again? Why rush 4 in that situation and then drop in the zone when zone's been killing you? Zone has been killing you. This guy was sitting back there picking apart the zone. Not to mention, you got the young guys back there who don't understand the moment, Job, by the way, who gave outside leverage when the zone was designed for everything to be inside. But he gave outside leverage, and where'd the ball go? To the outside, touchdown, they tie the game up. Situational football, but also when you are a defensive coordinator, you got to know, you have to know your personnel. Try to get them off the field. It's 4th and 1 with 1 second left. Jim Johnson would have brought 10. You understand me? He'd have brought everybody just to make you throw it quick. Or if you don't blitz, fake a blitz. Fake it. Fake the blitz. You could have did that as well. The thing I'm trying to say is, top shelf comes and says, you got to help the corners. You're right. Reds comes in and says, they don't look at – they do look at film footage, Reds, your crazy self, dog. They look at film footage. But everybody knows – everybody has the plan until you get punched in the mouth, right? Mike Tyson said it best, right? Everybody has the plan until you get punched in the mouth. What do you do when you get punched in the mouth? You got to make adjustments. And it's designed for the coaches to hide the deficiencies the best they can. On a 4th and 1 with 1 second left from like the 20-yard line, or I think the 15, whatever, you bring the blitz, make him throw it quickly, and then make the tackle. That's what you do. You don't rush 4. Why would you do that? And the guy has been seeing the field all day. He in the zone. You ever play NBA Jam? He's in the zone. He's on fire. He's shooting from every damn where. That's what was happening with this bull. Remember, Sam Howell is a young quarterback, but Eric Bieniemy is a great offensive coordinator. He knows how to get things done. He's trying to implement his system into young talent. And I don't care what nobody says about the Commanders, man. Dotson, McLaurin, Gibson, Robinson, the bull, Curtis Samuel. They got Logan Thomas. They got an offense over there. They not no bum guys running routes out there. Them guys can make plays. So when you know that, you got to put your defense in a position to get off the field in those critical situations. And also, when you think about it, we also gave up 17 points on defensive penalties on 3rd downs. It's crazy. On 3rd downs. You can't do that with the holding calls, illegal touching. Look, it's 3rd and 10, man. Make these guys beat you. Hopefully Brian Johnson gets this figured out, because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to play the Rams. Let me break down the Rams for y'all real quick. Matthew Stafford is not a bum. He got this young bull over there, and I got his name down pat. Puka Nacua. This man has been catching passes after passes after passes. He ain't no joke. They got Tutu Atwell. They got the young bull Williams coming out the backfield. They not playing, man. And not to mention, they got Sean McVay as their head coach and offensive coordinator, who, by the way, is really good. The problem with the Rams this year is their defense. I think the Eagles beat the Rams because of that. I think they'll be able to play keep away, run the ball, basically control that game. But at the same time, you are going into a situation on the road in LA, 5-hour time difference. It's going to matter. It's definitely going to matter. Can we get there and get pressure on Stafford? Yes, we only should be rushing 4. But until you get that zone concept together with all these damn holes in the middle of the field, it's going to be an issue. Top Shelf comes in and says, Brian Johnson has to understand that what the defense is giving you and play to those strengths. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Now, on the flip side, the offense had a good day. Jalen Hurts starting to look like his old self. AJ starting to get going. Devontae starting to get going. Goddard starting to get going. They're starting to slowly get this ball rolling again. It just comes down to situational football, though. It's going to keep coming down to situational football. What do you do in the right situations? I'm sorry, what do you do? Yeah, what do you do in the right situation? What do you do when it's a 3rd and 1 or 2nd and 5? What are you doing? What plays are you calling? Can you get these guys into a rhythm when they can make plays? That's it. That's what you got to do. And when I watch Washington go back and forth with us, back and forth, Washington is our kryptonite. Hell, they came in here and beat us and did what to us? Stopped our winning streak. We was cooking until we played them. It is what it is. Some teams just have your number a little bit, and Washington gives us a hard way to go. Not to mention, it's an NFC East divisional game. It's an NFC East divisional game. So you're going to have problems anyway. It is what it is. No matter what the record is, it's a divisional battle. Those are always tough. Riz said he'll let me tell it. Riz, they do watch game footage, man. Come on, these are the pros, man. These are the pros. Come on, stop that. Stop that. I understand you frustrated. I get it. You was watching when I was watching and pissing you off. I understand. But these guys watch footage, but you got a bunch of young guys out there still learning too. And not to mention, we still, and I hate keep saying it, got 2 new offensive coordinators who trying to get themselves together, and it's tough. But to me, it's baptism by fire. When you in a close game like this, it's good that they was able to get themselves. It's good that these coordinators had to go through this, so that way later on down the line, they can be more prepared for these tight games and when weird stuff happen. You know, when you make a running back fumble at the 1-yard line, but they pick it up but the team pick it up anyway and get the touchdown. That's how you know football is not hard to figure out. You could tell from the beginning of the game most of the time that it's going to be one of those days. And when that man fumbled the football, Brian Robinson fumbled, and McLaurin picked it up in the end zone, I was like, okay, it's going to be one of those days. It's definitely going to be one of those days. My God. But before we move on, I want to talk about some of the games last week real quick. So Detroit beat Green Bay. I did not expect Detroit to smack up on Green Bay like that. I honestly did not expect that. I expected it to be a closer game, but they downed it. Hey, what's going on, Rand? Welcome, cuz. Welcome to First and Goal. Appreciate you. Drop your comments in. Share with the other family members that we have, cuz you already know. I did not expect that. I did not expect Green Bay to run all over. Detroit to run over Green Bay like that. I'm like, damn, okay. I didn't expect that. There's a couple of things that stood out to me here as I got my notes here. I expected Jacksonville to beat Atlanta. I did not expect Buffalo to beat up on Miami like that. But then again, football is an emotional sport. So from one week to the next, your team could be up and down, and it causes problems trying to get back up for a divisional game in Buffalo. And then Josh Allen plays good against Buffalo. It just is what it is. I mean, Miami scored 20 points. Buffalo had 48. So we'll see how it goes. But I didn't expect them to beat. I expected Buffalo to win, but I didn't expect them to beat that bad. Jesus Christ. Also, Minnesota beats Carolina. Okay. Denver with the comeback in Chicago. Now, that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Maybe Russell is trying to turn it around over there. Let me see. Reds coming in and said Washington bought the officiating team with them. How about that? Hey, look, I can't argue that, Reds. It was terrible. That was a terrible situation, man. That was terrible. Some of them calls was like, my God. Some of them was ticky-tack. But it's football. Maybe Russell Wilson is trying to turn around with that comeback in Chicago. We'll see. I mean, he looked efficient in the second half. Remember, they were scoring in the first half. They was having issues in the second half. But they got themselves together in the second half and came back and beat Chicago. That was a good game. Baltimore beat up on Cleveland, which I expected. No Deshaun Watson, no Chubbs. I expected that. Pittsburgh lost to Houston. The young boy, C.J. Stroud over there, he's starting to turn it around over there. He's actually one of the fantasy pickups now that I noticed. And they haven't even got the run game going yet, Houston, with Dameon Pierce. So for the young boy to be doing this thing, he got some young receivers emerging. The bull, Tony Dell, Nico Collins. They got a pretty good. D'Amico Ryan's got something pretty much going on. When you got a quarterback, that helps. Now the NFL wants to stop the illegal wedgie play. Hey, look, the Giants tried it. They got damn near the whole team hurt trying it. It's not for everybody. The reason they want to stop it is because the Eagles are good at it. I mean, it's not a bad play. It's really a quarterback kneel down sneak. That's what it is. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the problem is. I mean, at the end of the day, they lined up across the ball. It's a quarterback sneak play a quarterback kneel play turned into a sneak. And the Eagles figured out how to do it. Yes, brotherly shove. Yes, top shelf. I'm with you on that. Definitely brotherly shove. The one thing I hate is when they call it the tush push. That is just weird. But anyway. So yeah, Houston's looking good. Then you had the Colts come back, almost beat the Rams. The Rams are not that bad, y'all. We're gonna talk about them in a minute. I'm gonna jump right back in. I'm gonna jump back on them in 2 seconds. Give me a second here. Let me run through these games real quick. Tampa Bay, I did not expect them to go into New Orleans and beat them. But here's what I'm seeing about the New Orleans Saints. David Carr is a fraud. There's no way you have all that talent out there and you looking like a deer in the headlights. Whereas Baker Mayfield, he just letting that thing go, man. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. Look like he's trying to get his NFL career back. Tampa Bay is something to be reckoned with. They can't beat us, but they're a team that can definitely make a little noise. So we'll see how that goes. They're in that division with Detroit and Green Bay, so we'll see how that plays out. Then I did not expect Tennessee to beat up on Cincinnati like that. I mean, they whooped their ass. I did not expect that at all. I mean, at all. I didn't expect them to whoop up on their ass like that, but they did. 27-3. What the hell's happened to Cincinnati? Man. Wow. Then you had Las Vegas lose to the Chargers. Okay, I can see that. They didn't have Garoppolo. Even with the young guy in there, they did their best. The thing with the Raiders, man, they got to get that run game going. They got Jacobs back there, and he's basically collecting dust. He was able to catch the ball a lot, but he wasn't able to make his moves on defense. I mean, on offense on the ground like he should have. He's the NFL leading rusher last year. He looks good, but the offensive line looks terrible. So hopefully they can get some things figured out there. In the game, I really didn't. I'm gonna say that for last. San Fran beat Arizona. We ain't nothing to talk about there. KC almost lost to the Jets. The boy Zach Wilson acting like he actually wanted to throw a football. That was kind of weird. It was like, whoa, this boy may be able to play. Not. Or maybe he can. Maybe he can. Maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe that'll boost his confidence, make him string some wins together. Of course, they're not going to beat us, but maybe they can string some wins together. We'll see. Seattle beat up on New York. Daniel Jones is a fraud. He is a fraud. And New York, you get what you get when you sign frauds. I don't know what made y'all pay this man. You was better off playing with I forget who their backup is. I forget who he is. Tyler something, but they was better off just letting him play than letting this boy. Daniel Jones is not good. He's not a good quarterback, man. He looks bad. Red zone INTs. He just looks bad, man. Daniel Jones is terrible. And it's like, I don't have no sympathy for the Giants because they're in our division. It is what it is. But it's like, damn, dude. I mean, he is just terrible. He is really terrible, man. I'm like, damn. He really terrible. My God. Now, the game I did not expect to go this crazy was Dallas versus New England. I thought New England was a lot better than this. To go into Dallas and lose 38-3 was crazy. Was crazy. They looked like they couldn't do nothing. Matt Jones looked like a deer in the headlights. They couldn't run the football or nothing. And I know Dallas defense is legit. Don't get me wrong. But they can't stop the run. And New England can run the ball. But it is what it is, man. You know, they got some turnovers. They made the game hard for New England to come back, and they just whooped up on them. I did not see that coming. I did not see them beating up on New England like that. Man, it's crazy. But as we preview, hold on. Before we preview, I want to talk about the boy Bradley Roby the Eagles picked up. Now, here's the thing. Hold on. Top Shelf said New England, not that good. We should have beat them like that. Okay. I mean, they are Bill Belichick coach team. They got a good defense. I don't know, Top Shelf. I think I'm gonna disagree with you on that a little bit. I think New England's they're not the best, but I think they're about a mid-tier team. I thought they would have made it a little closer than that. They got some pieces on that team that are pretty good. They just look like they just lost themselves. They start running the football. It just looked like it just looked bad. And I think Bill Belichick, maybe the game has passed him by. Maybe he needed to go take a seat and let somebody else get up in there and do their thing. Because maybe his concept, the league has figured out, and they're moving past it. You know how it go. After a while, pass you by. Top Shelf said what they've done since Brady left. You're right. But that goes back to my point. You know, you get a guy who was in a system. You get a guy who was in a system for a long period of time, and you try to put another guy in that system, and sometimes it just doesn't work that way. Matt Jones is not Tom Brady. Bill Belichick could be trying to run the same concept. They look like the same team to me, just with a different quarterback. So that makes a difference. You got to play to your quarterback's strengths and weaknesses. He didn't look that good. And I know Dallas, like I said, Dallas defense is good, but Matt Jones looked horrible. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing out there. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see by the end of the year where New England's at. I don't think they're a bad football team. I just think that maybe, just maybe, the time has passed Bill Belichick by. He need to take a timeout and let somebody else do it. That's all. That's the players, then not the system. We know the system wins, but you need. Yeah, you're right. You need players. You do need players. I mean, you throwing out Juju, Evan Bourne, Henry. It's true. Ray said, how many championships do New England win? They got 7, right? They got 7 championships. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just time kicking field goals. You're right. I can't argue that, man. They played good defense and kept games close and won. You can't. Let me ask y'all this question. This is a real question. Put the shoe on the other foot and let the Eagles have won all those Super Bowls by 3 points. Will we be complaining? At the end of the day, they won how many Super Bowls? They won 6 Super Bowls, winning with field goals. Who cares? They still won. They put themselves in a position to win. That's all that matters. You heard Jalen Hurts say, winning is all that matters. Doesn't matter how. They could have won 2-0 off of safety. Doesn't matter. They won. Doesn't matter. Winning is winning. That's it, y'all. Winning is winning. Doesn't matter. You heard my man Vin Diesel, and My man, Fast and Furious. It doesn't matter if you win by inch or mile. Winning is winning. My cuz comes in and said that rule changes. They're going to keep softening the rules until somebody don't want to watch football anymore. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that because, I mean, at the end of the day, the NFL knows they got to keep some type of physicality in the game. They just trying to get rid of what they call the automatic plays, if that makes sense. But this is what I always say: did the NBA stop Chicago from using the triangle offense? No, they did not. They didn't. So I mean, if something's working, stop it. That's just pretty much it. Everybody else is trying to use it. And there's another thing about this play. We're gonna talk about Penny in a minute, Top Shelf. I'm gonna touch on that. Here's the thing about that play. Everybody can do it. It's not like it's exclusive to the Eagles. The Giants tried it. Teams are trying it. It's just you can't use it. They're coached a certain way to do it. It is what it is. Top Shelf, to answer your question about Penny, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the rotation is. To me, it should be Swift, Penny, then Gaineswell, and then Boston Scott some time on passing downs. But I'm in the office talking to y'all. What do I know? What do I know? I just think Rashard Penny is a great running back, man. He was a monster, and he did his thing. He did his thing in Seattle. His only issue was injuries. So maybe they're trying to save him for the second half to keep the wear and tear down on running backs because they like to rotate. The Top Shelf said that's his rotation too. Yeah, that's how I looked at it. I mean, but they may be trying to keep the wear and tear down into the second half. Remember, it's a long season. Maybe Swift get nicked up or maybe Gaineswell get nicked up or something. He already had the rib injury, Gaineswell. So you just never know. They may be saving Penny for then. I don't know, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But then again, at the same time, Swift he had one carry in the New England game. So you just never know what they're doing. I think they're just trying to figure it out. Sometimes you overthink it when you got a lot of good players. To me, they at least should all touch the ball at least 7-8 times a game, all of them. But that's just my personal opinion. We'll see how it goes. Every game is different. Sometimes the run ain't working, you got to pass. But I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they're saving Penny for later, or maybe they'll trade Penny before the trade deadline. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of Gaineswell. He just runs straight into the line. I'm not a fan of him. Like, when you look at him and DeAndre Swift, you see it's a big gap. Even when Boston Scott comes in, he's a better runner than Gaineswell. He's just smaller. I don't have a problem with Gaineswell. I think he's a good player. But when you watch elite guys come in here from other teams, you're like, man, Rashard Penny is elite. DeAndre Swift is elite. These guys were just hurt in their situations. But at one point in time, they was cooking. And behind this Eagle offensive line, I want to see Rashard Penny. Especially he's a bruiser. He's a 225, 230-pound back. I would like to see that, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they bring him out this game. Maybe he will play. I don't know. Maybe he'll play. We'll see. All right. So let's move forward. We got the Bears and the Commanders. I honestly don't know how to feel about this game tonight. Look like the Bears are making progress, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. They looked pretty good in the last game, but they look like they fell apart. Then it's a short week. I don't know. I don't trust the Bears. Like, I know the Commanders. Like, I know them. Like, I know how they want to play. To me, I think the Commanders win this game. They're at home. I think they beat Chicago. That's just my personal opinion. I'm going to take Chicago tonight. But then you got your Sunday games, y'all. I'm going to run them down real quick. Houston and Atlanta. Top Shelf got the Commanders in the tight one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can see that. I can see that. But then you got the games this week. Before I touch on the games this week, I wanted to talk about Bradley Roby real quick. I know I tried to jump in there and then I got sidetracked real quick. Bradley Roby is a good player. When you lose a corner like Devontae Maddox, who can play the slot like he do, that's a big issue. Like, this guy here, he's been in the league. Bradley Roby been in the league for 7 years. He has 11 interceptions, 5 sacks, and 8 forced fumbles. That's an active player. That's an active player. He said he was at home. He got offers. He was waiting. Most of the offers was coming from like real like mid-tier, bottom of the line teams. So he wanted to see. He wanted to wait and wait and wait, and he found himself a good situation. He is a true nickel corner, a veteran nickel corner. He will provide you with what Devontae did. The thing is, when you could put 3 corners on the field who can play, it changes everything. We all see Blankenship doing this thing. Blankenship is a beast. We also didn't have Sidney Brown either. He didn't play. He had a hamstring injury. Excuse me, y'all. He had a hamstring injury. But when I'm looking at, you didn't have Evans either. Evans didn't play either, so that matters as well. When you get these guys healthy enough, when you add somebody like a Bradley Roby, a veteran corner, slot corner, that solidifies the interior. That helps a lot. Number one, we can keep Bradbury and Slay on the outsides now, which is a benefit for us. You want that. You want to be able to keep these guys on the outside. You bring Bradley Roby in, he takes that Devontae Maddox spot. Now you're going against, you have three starters, defensive starters against 3. Most teams are running 3 wide receiver sets, but most of these wide receivers are starters. So now you got my 3 starters versus your best. So it kind of evens out. It's a lot better. Whereas you're trying to ask Bradbury to slide into the middle of the field. He may not be really too comfortable. And then you ask him the young boy, Josh Joby, to go on the outside. This is his first year. You really put him in against some good wide receivers. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready. He may be ready next year, but getting game time experience is good. But we're on a Super Bowl winning team. You want to have veteran, you want to have the best players out there, but you got to play who you play when the injuries happen. Riz comes in and says, if the Eagles did it, there's still something to complain about. No, you're right. Riz, you are absolutely correct. I try not to get in that, if the Eagles did this, if the Eagles did that. I try not to do that, but at the end of the day, what's real is real. It just seemed like since nobody in the league can stop it, they want to take it away. But it's like, okay, the Eagles came up with it. But people keep forgetting, New England used to run the quarterback sneak too a lot with Tom Brady, and it was automatic. I'm just saying. But Bradley Roby is going to really help out. You'll see the impact he has Sunday. Now, I don't know how much he'll play because he still has to learn the defense or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. But I think it's a good addition down, especially if he can stay healthy and the boy can play. Y'all check him out. Bradley Roby can definitely play. He's definitely going to help the Eagles in the secondary, try to solidify that thing so we can start holding up these receivers a little bit more and let our defensive line do some damage. So we'll see what happens. With that being said, let's start off with these picks for the week. So you got Atlanta and Houston. I'm taking Houston. They're at Atlanta, but I'm still taking Houston. I think Houston right now is playing some real good football, and they're about to get Dameon Pierce going. When they get Dameon Pierce going, it will be a problem. So I got Houston winning against Atlanta. Then you have Carolina and Detroit. I'm taking Detroit. Let me see. Tennessee at Indianapolis. That's a tough one because the Colts have good defense, and that young boy Anthony Richards ain't no joke. Top Shelf says ATL with the bounce back. Come on, Top. Come on, man. Seriously? All right. Okay. That's cool. All right. Top Shelf said he got Detroit. He got Tennessee. I got Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis, they're at home. That boy Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor comes back. He comes back. He's 100% healthy. He comes back. When they run that, remember when they got the same coach we had here, Steichen. So when they run that RPO, he's not the passer Jalen is right now. But I'm trying to tell y'all right now, he got an arm. He ain't no joke. I'm just saying I think Indianapolis wins a close one against Tennessee. New York, Miami. Do I even got to talk about this game? It's in Miami. New York is horrible. Miami wins that game. New Orleans versus New England. Both coming off horrific losses. They're in New England. I don't trust Derek Carr. So I like New Orleans losing to New England. In New England. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. So I would have gave Pittsburgh a chance, but their quarterback is hurt. So I'm going to go with Baltimore in this game. And plus, Baltimore is what they're trying to get on a roll here. Top shelf got Miami, of course. Oh, you got New Orleans beating New England in New England? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the 425 games. Cincinnati at Arizona. I'm gonna take Arizona. I'm gonna take Arizona on the upset. Something is wrong with Cincinnati. I have no idea. New England suffered a lot of injuries on defense. That's true, they did. But I still don't trust Derek Carr. Derek Carr stinks. I think Derek Carr stinks. Top shelf comes in with Cincy. Okay. Philly versus the Rams. I got Philly. I got us beating them 34-27, something like that. 34-24, something like that. I think LA is going to give us a tough game, but I still got us beating them 34-24. That's my score. Reds comes in with the Commanders. Okay. All right. And then we have New Jersey at Denver. I'm taking Jersey. Wait a minute. I just lied. I just lied out my face. I'm taking Denver. I'm taking Denver over New Jersey, the Jets. I call them the Jersey Jets. I can't call them New York. I just can't do it. KC and Minnesota in Minnesota. I think you got to take KC in Minnesota. Minnesota is they don't have no defense, and Patrick Mahomes gonna cook them. He's gonna cook them. It's gonna be a close game though because Minnesota can put up points, but they can't stop anybody. So I got KC winning that game. Then we got Monday night. I'm gonna talk about tonight's game. I'm gonna talk about Sunday night in a minute. Give me 1 second because we're gonna get into detail on that. Green Bay versus Las Vegas Monday Night Football. Who y'all got? I'm gonna take Green Bay. They got Musgrave coming back. They got my man Christian Watson coming back, and Christian Watson's healthy. I'm gonna take Green Bay. Now, hold on. Pause the screen. Put this on the screen here. Hold on, I gotta put this on the screen, y'all. You see this, y'all? Top shelf is going with the Jets. Now I want to put this on here so that way it's recorded that he's taking the Jets to beat Denver in Denver. Okay, Top Shelf, I see you, man. All right. We're going to see about that. Okay. Reds has Houston. Okay. Let me see. Where we at? What else? Reds, you got to put your comments in, man. I'm missing your picks. All right. Now we're going to talk about tonight. I mean, not tonight, Sunday night. Dallas versus San Francisco in San Francisco. Now, the obvious pick here would be San Francisco, right? But the way the NFL will be doing stuff sometimes, the way the league works, I can see Dallas going in there and doing something weird like beating them. Top Stuff got San Fran in a blowout. I have San Fran in a blowout as well, like a 2-touchdown type thing. But this league, sometimes they make me a little nervous, man, with stuff like this. They just make it a little nervous. I don't know. We're going to see. We definitely going to see. But I got San Francisco too. I just don't see Dallas. I don't think Dallas is for real. Dak Prescott can't win in the clutch. It's already out there. The moment he had to win a game, he lost to the Cardinals. And I just think the pressure's getting to him. They done drafted Trey Lance. He's sitting behind him, waiting in the wing, 21-year-old with a lot of potential, big arm, waiting there. And you're sitting there. Every time you lead a huddle, you go like this, look over your shoulder. Oh, shit. There he is. You looking over that shoulder like, there go Trey Lance right there. So I think that pressure is getting to that. We're going to see. We're going to see. I just hope nothing weird happens. See, this is one of these games where a weird thing can happen. So we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. Want to give a shout out to the Phillies for sweeping the Marlins. Bring on the Braves this Saturday. Let's get this party started. The Phillies are tough, man. I believe they got enough to get to the World Series. We're going to see. The Braves are tough too. Looking for a rematch. They beat us in the series. They beat us in the season series. So we'll see what happens. But we get the Braves all they can handle. We get the Braves all they can handle. So, I like the Phillies winning. So we'll see. I like the Phillies winning. We'll see how it goes. Best 4 out of 7. I think the Phillies win 4-2. That's it. I believe so. I mean, that's where I got the Phillies winning the series. I mean, I will keep track. I'll come on and we'll talk about them. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. Reds came in with the Colts. Detroit. Okay, Reds, I got you. Detroit, the Colts. Next week, program announcement for week 6. Yeah, week 6. I'm going to have H&R Gaming on. Top Shelf, if you're not busy, week 7, I would like to have you on with me. If you're not busy, week 7. That'll be the game before we play, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, that will be the game that'll be the game before. Oh, that'll be the game. I think that's before the Dallas game. I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I'm picking up the schedule right now. I should have had it ready. Hold on. Schedule, Eagles. Hold on. Eagles schedule. All right, here we go. So, okay, Top Shelf, if you're not busy, man, that will be the game. We'll be talking about Eagles, Dolphins, man. Sunday Night Football. Top Shelf, if you're not busy, man, come on with me. He said he got me. So, program announcement, Top Shelf will be on week 7 as we prepare to face the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be a good one. Sunday Night Football. That's a battle. That's going to be that's going to be something to talk about. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, listen, Reds got New England. You got Miami. Okay. Appreciate y'all. Listen, I appreciate everybody with the support. Everybody comes on here. I see everybody watching. I see the eyes on the screen. I see everything. I see the Facebook popping. I see everything. My Twitter going. I see everything. Reds got Baltimore. Got you. When you guys are out there, hey, look, push it. Let people know. Share the link. Tell them to come on. They know I'm on between 6 and 6:30 on Thursdays. Definitely doing live. We about to drop player spotlight. I didn't tell y'all who it's going to be. I'm going to surprise y'all when I drop that player spotlight. If we all who new to the show, who's watching out there, player spotlight is when I pick a random player, talk about his career and what he meant to the city of Philadelphia or whatever city he went to. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. Hope everybody enjoy that content as well. And if anything you guys want me to talk about, please, by all means, hit me up in the comments. You see my my channels at the bottom of the screen, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Anything you want to talk about, let me know. Anything I miss, hey, bring to my attention. I will address it, even in the comments after the show. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. So with that being said, listen, Reds comes in with Cincinnati. Let me get his picks in before I go. Come on, Reds, hurry up, man. Everybody else picked their Reds except you. Waiting on you. Got the Eagles. And who else? Great show today, everybody. Seriously, great show, great participation. Got a lot of people watching but not commenting. I'm seeing that right now. A lot of people watching but not commenting. I'm gonna get y'all in these comments, y'all. I'm gonna get everybody in these comments. There's a lot of people watching. I guess they seeing what's going on. I appreciate that. I appreciate the views too. I appreciate the views. I appreciate them. Seriously, all the support, all the love. Spread the channel, y'all. Spread the channel. Denver, okay, you got Denver. All right, Reds, one more, man. Minnesota, Minnesota. Damn, I can't. Minnesota, Kansas City. Minnesota, Kansas City. What you got? I just want to thank everybody for coming on. Seriously. I try to make sure my platform is wide open for everybody to share their comments, their ideas, and all that. All right, KC, cool. Don't forget the Eagles bye week. I will be doing the giveaway. I got some giveaways to the guys who've been in my comments, the guys or girls who've been in my comments. I got a gift that I got made. I'm going to be giving them out to like 10 people, basically just for showing me support. Reds already know you getting one. You've been here since day one. I appreciate you for that, man. Spread the channel too, man. I know you know a lot of people. Spread the channel. And Taylor Swift. Okay. Listen, thank y'all. Like, subscribe, share the channel, man. Tell everybody how to get to me. Then y'all know to go to my YouTube, click on the link to sub. Tell everybody, sub. The more people in here, the better. So we all can talk. But I want to say thank y'all. Everybody have a good night. And with that being said, go Birds. And until next time, everybody be safe. And I will talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good night. Watch some football, relax, have a beer, sit back and chill. Your boy Tyrone Brown is gone. Peace out.